stay with us. Arunima, I want to come to you next. Can you explain the ramifications of this massive decision?
So as far as ramifications of this decision is concerned, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act Section 3 and 4 have been invoked to declare PFI and its affiliates, including Campus Front of India, All India Imam Council, National Women's Front, Jihad India. All of these is unlawful. So let's talk about Campus Front of India. It has showcased itself as an organization which is involved in student politics. So it was trying to draw itself in the same line as, say, an ABVP or an SUI, but now that it has been proscribed, it has been banned. Even students can be part of Campus Front of India. They can't be associated with it. It can't have any office in any university, any college. Anybody who was associated with PFI, even if they call themselves an activist, can't do that now. Legally, there's a crime to be associated, affiliated, donating to PFI or any other organization. That's the sum total of what this notification really means.
All right, Arunima, I think one of the big questions that now comes after this is because after the massive crackdown that we saw on the 22nd of September, we saw massive protests in response as well. Now, a big decision has been taken. The PFI has been banned for a period of 5 years. Are we expecting to see security be increased in multiple areas? Are we expecting massive protests once again?
No, you can't, because now it's a proscribed organization. So far, you could give a hartal call in the name of PFI because it was not a proscribed organization, and you could say that, we have the right to protest democratically. But now you don't have that right. If you're associated with PFI, if you're calling for a ban, you automatically are inviting legal action, legal scrutiny, detention, and possible arrest under USCA section. So you can't openly give a call for protest, because of action against PFI. However, as far as law and order situation is concerned, the agencies have not taken any chances. Even yesterday, if I talk about Delhi, for example, even yesterday when the searches were on, compared to Karnataka, Maharashtra, Kerala, the number of people arrested and detained from Delhi were less, at about 30 people were detained here in the national capital. But Section 144, which bans the assembly of more than five people, that was imposed in the Jamia area because they suspected that in the run-up to the action against Popular Front of India, there could be some kind of attempt to carry out, protests and gather, attempt to make people gather there. So already action has been taken by various universities and city police and state governments. One doesn't really expect PFI leadership is in custody after yesterday's crackdown. The third rank either are already arrested or under detention, or at least they know that they're under scanner. So we have to wait and see if even after all this they can manage and come out and create a law and order for.
All right, so essentially that was our editor explaining major ramifications of this big decision. Essentially, the PFI, the radical outfit, has now been banned for a period of 5 years under the UAPA. This is what the MHA had issued a notification for. Now remember, this follows multiple crackdowns by agencies of the nation, where on the 22nd of September, multi-agency teams had spearheaded by the NIA arrested 106 leaders and activists of the PFI in 15 states for allegedly supporting terror activities in the country, and now the PFI has been banned. Now I'm crossing over to Tanveer Ahmed, who is a spokesperson of the JDS. Mr. Ahmed, thank you so much for joining us. We want your first reaction to the fact that the PFI has now been banned for a period of 5 years.
See, there are three aspects to it. Firstly, we need to really analyze, as the government has been saying for a very long time, that previous CIMI has become PFI now. So they need to really ensure that no new name will come, no new party will emerge, firstly. And secondly, lot of things stated about PFI, that they were involved in anti-national activities and violence, and there are certain other organizations also who are doing similar kind of things, and what activities, what actions is government going to take against them. And third and very important, PFI is just not an organization, it is umbrella of organizations. What is going to happen to those umbrella of organizations? We need to definitely ask those questions. But however, and lastly, government definitely need to surface all the documentations, proof which they have against PFI on public platform, so that the people would definitely feel that the action which was taken is just. It is not on the basis of any personal animosity or vendetta politics. So I've been saying for a very long time that if there was any proof against PFI definitely should be banned. But however, this questions every common man is going to question, and those answers definitely government needs to surface it.
All right, and now to respond to that, we actually have BJP's Anila Singh joining us. Ms. Singh, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. We just spoke with Tanveer Ahmed of the JDS, essentially bringing out the fact, very valid points about the PFI being banned. But another criticism that's been coming in over the last couple of days, ever since we saw these massive crackdowns on the PFI, is that this is anti-Islamic. Now, we would like your reaction as representative of the BJP to explain why it's not.
My Ram Ram to everyone, and I think it is a great news right in the morning, knowing that PFI has been banned. I really congratulate our Home Minister for taking such strong step in favor of our nation. We very well know that this organization was under magnifying glass of agencies. They were working on it. They were seeing their activities. They were observing. They were watching that what they are doing. And when they had enough evidences, they have done the raids. They have arrested people. Now they have got all the clues that they were working against our country. And when they had enough evidences that they are working against our country, this organization is banned. It is very unfortunate that we have seen many of the political parties and the present government in Kerala, they were not doing anything to stop the activities of this organization. Rather, they were advocating for this PFI, and they were entertaining the people involved in this organization, giving them jobs and favoring in all the ways. We have seen representatives of the different political parties debating on different electronic channels in favor of PFI. This shows that directly or indirectly they sympathize with such people, with such organization whose work is just to work against the interests of our country. So definitely this is a great move. I come from Uttar Pradesh, and we have seen in Uttar Pradesh also many places were raided, arrests were made, and so many evidences have been collected. And it is one thing, I can say one message is very clear. Any person, any institute, any organization which is going to work against our countrymen, that won't be spared, especially by Bharatiya Janata Party government. And this is what Mr. Amit Shah has done.
All right, Mr. Anila Singh, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18.